vote count fight continues in the nation's nastiest Senate race between Thad Cochran and Chris McDaniel.
And that's despite calls for McDaniel to concede defeat. Tonight, he sat down with 16 WABT's Scott Simmons to explain why he won't back down.
Chris McDaniel working on the Gulf Coast in this ongoing investigation into the U.S. Senate election, an election he still maintains was not above board.
We've got people out right now. They're finding the evidence. We're going to file it with the court and let the court decide. There's no point in having this public altercation now. The evidence is the evidence. We know what we have. We're pleased with what we found. We believe there's wrongdoing, and we're going to file our challenge pretty soon.
Chris McDaniel says he's not angry about his election defeat to Thad Cochran, but determined to prove it was dirty politics that put him on the losing end by more than 7,000 votes. Cochran's spokesman has already stated that McDaniel will say and do anything to try and win this race. He says it's the other way around.
Well, unlike them, I didn't race bait. Unlike them, I didn't go out and make wild accusations that food stamps would be cut off if I was elected. Unlike them, I didn't go out and claim that somehow funding for historically black universities would be affected. I'm not the one making the wild accusations. All we're doing is looking for truth here.
More than 300 volunteers are looking at voting records in courthouses across the state on behalf of Chris McDaniel. He says in the end they will be able to show more examples of voter irregularity than illegal crossover votes, but he claims it's enough to force a new election.
Combination of a number of factors, and the lawyers are looking at it, but basically anything that doesn't fit the present criteria of doing things the correct way. They could have marked things in the wrong box. There could have been polling stations where the polling books were not switched prior to the primary.
Cochran's camp claims they too have looked at the post-election numbers and say at best the cases of voter irregularity are few and far between. The evidence in this post-election battle remains to be seen.
Well, it's coming. It's coming. The information is being gathered as we speak, and the numbers that we're seeing are very, very high, and we'll let a court decide that at some point in the future.
Good. McDaniel not giving a firm date on when or if he will in fact go to court to file an election challenge, but his staffers are giving every indication the question is only when, not if. In Biloxi, Scott Simmons, 16 WAPT News.
Nonprofit group True the Vote is withdrawing its lawsuit challenging the runoff election and planning to file that suit in our area. A judge in North Mississippi said it belongs in Jackson because both the Republican and Democratic parties are based here, and many of the allegations have centered in Hinds and Rankin counties.